Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Dayspring Discussions. I'm your host, Sean McGahee. This is a show where we talk about movies, TV, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books. If you geek out about it, we're going to talk about it. You can listen to Dayspring Discussions on iTunes, YouTube, Podomatic, and Patreon, and contact Dayspring Discussions on the Facebook group, Twitter account, and dayspringdiscussions@gmail.com. Well, happy Thursday, everyone, guys. Hope you are enjoying your week. Some good stuff came up this morning. I actually slept in a little bit this morning. My wife took my daughter to school today. I didn't have to do it, so I slept in a little bit. And then I woke up, and first thing I did was saw the internet was a-buzzing. The new Avengers Endgame trailer came out, as well as a new poster. I'm going to get to that in just a few minutes. A few other things I want to get to first. Warner Brothers and DC have announced they have cast Deathstroke for Season 2 of DC Universe's Titans. Asa Morales, best known for roles in NYPD Blue and Ozark, will be playing Deathstroke in the second season of Titans coming up. The producers of the show said, quote, Slade Wilson is known for being DC's deadliest assassin. While serving his country, Slade becomes an elite soldier before government testing enhanced his physiology to near superhuman levels, putting him on a path of darkness and revenge. To his family, Slade is his father and husband, but to the rest of the world, he is feared by many as the infamous Deathstroke, selling his services to the highest bidder as the ruthless assassin that never gives up and never misses. Now, Mr. Morales is going to be the third person in recent years to play a live-action version of Deathstroke. On the Arrowverse, the show Arrow, we have Manu Bennett, who plays Deathstroke. We also have Joe Manganiello, who was in the post-credit scene of Justice League as Deathstroke. And then, of course, we've got various versions of him as well. In the most recent Teen Titans Go to the movie that came out this past summer, animated movie, he was voiced by Will Arnett. He's also featured in the animated movie Teen Titans Judas Contract, and of course the original Teen Titans show. Deathstroke is a big Titans villain, almost the key villain, I believe. He's tangled many times with him, mainly because his kids too are an integral part, or become an integral part, of the Teen Titans group. But another interpretation of Deathstroke, okay, the Joe Manganiello thing, I don't think it's going to happen. They've got so much stuff going on with the live-action WB DC stuff. I mean, you had that post-credit scene there. Deathstroke was supposed to be a featured villain in the Ben Affleck script Batman movie that, was supposed to come out, but that's not going to happen anymore. They're going a totally different direction, which is fine. Manu Bennett is on again, off again as far as Deathstroke is concerned, mainly because having to do with the movies. They were going to use him in the movies, so they said they can't use him in TV, and then they said they weren't going to use him in the movies, so he came back for a little while. Whether he's gone for good now, who knows? But either way, Deathstroke is a good character. He's a main foil for the Titans, so bringing him into Season 2, that sounds great. Maybe he'll be the main villain throughout Season 2, I don't know, but I enjoyed the first season of Titans very much. I was surprised how much I liked it, actually, so I'm excited for Season 2. The other live-action show, Doom Patrol, I watched the pilot, and I've never been a big Doom Patrol fan, so honestly, I haven't watched past the pilot. I think there's 3 episodes beyond that. I'll get to them eventually, but I'm not excited to. I'll say that much, but in any event, fire back, guys. Let me know what you think about another version of Deathstroke coming our way. Alright, now on to our first trailer talk for the day. So it was back on Tuesday, actually, that we got a trailer drop from Walt Disney Studios for Aladdin. Now, this is kind of our first official trailer we've gotten. We had a little tease trailer, even a short little TV spot, I think, during the Super Bowl. But this, I think, is first really a good look at the movie, at the characters, as far as what's going on. Although we know all what's going on, because it's based off the classic 1990s animated movie, my favorite, actually, animated movie of all time. So really, this thing has some high standards that I just don't think it's going to match. When I first saw this trailer, I was very lukewarm about it, okay? Not really digging it too much. I went back this morning, watched it again here, and honestly, it's a little better than what I thought it was a couple days ago when I first watched it. Now, the main thing to me is going to be the guy who plays Aladdin, and his name is Mena Massoud. Pretty sure that's how you say his name. And really, the only thing I can remember seeing him in is the Amazon Prime series Jack Ryan, starring John Krasinski, which I enjoyed the series, but really, he's not that memorable enough a character to really stand out. He is the main title character, though, so he has to stand out. You got Naomi Scott in there as well, best known as playing the Pink Power Ranger in the latest Power Rangers film. She's hot. And then also you have Will Smith, of course, as the genie. And they just announced that Alan Tudyk from Firefly and Star Wars Rogue One will be voicing Iago, the parrot. But as I watch this trailer, I'm going through it, and it just looks weird, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look great, but given the fact that you're trying to imitate Agrabah and, this whole desert scene, Arabian Nights, I mean, I'm not sure what it's supposed to look like. The film is directed by Guy Ritchie, who's known for films like Snatch, I Love the Man from U.N.C.L.E., and then he also directed the most recent King Arthur film, which was absolutely dreadful, in my opinion. But he has done enough good stuff where I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, the last trailer or TV spot we got was a real good look at Will Smith as the genie, and people really criticized it the way he looked. I don't get it. I don't know what they were thinking he would look like, but, it's kind of what it is. The highlight, I think, really for this trailer for me was the part where you get a little bit of Friend Like Me. Now, it's said that Will Smith was going to put a little bit of spin on the classic song, and just seeing how it goes. And you got the magic carpet, which I love carpet. Magic carpet, whatever you call him. He's great. He's shaking some maracas around. That's awesome. You also have this part where it's Genie's giant hand, and he's using Aladdin like a puppet. And you got all these people in the background. That definitely fits in with the whole motif, which I thought looked very interesting. And then, of course, you're getting to the meat of the story where Aladdin asks Genie, hey, can you make me a prince? And he's like, oh, well, there are many ways you can interpret that. I could just make you a prince. And a guy pops up out in the distance. But then he actually makes him Prince Ali Ababwa, as we know him. I also like this shot of where they're at this party and he's looking to talk to Jasmine. Jasmine in her classic animated wardrobe in this scene too. And he makes him float over to try to talk to her. And then you get the classic Whole New World song where they're flying on carpet. And you definitely get kind of an Aladdin feel to it all. But there's just something off about it. It doesn't feel magical, I guess you would say. And to me, I know it's really hypocritical or, kind of judgmental of me. It comes down to the three main leads, Jasmine, Aladdin, and Genie, okay? It's really what's going to make this film go off. And Genie, honestly, Will Smith, yeah, he's no Robin Williams, but he's got charisma of a different style than Robin Williams. And Will Smith is Will Smith. He's a good actor. He's very, like I said, charismatic. I'm not worried about him. Naomi Scott as Jasmine. Just a few lines I've got from her, what I know about seeing other stuff she's been in, I think she's a decent actress. I think she could do it. My worry is this main guy. I mean, Mena Massoud, okay? The thing about Aladdin, and again, Aladdin's my favorite movie, so Aladdin, one of my favorite animated characters. He's got this charm to him, He's a street rat, but he's rough and tough, and, he's got a little bit of charm to him. And I'm not seeing any charm to him. I'm not seeing him as a guy who can charm a princess. He just comes off as very naive and gullible and, oh, can you make me a prince? It doesn't resonate with me. I'm not feeling confident in his portrayal or what he's going to do with this character. I could be wrong. I really hope I am wrong. But like I said, the first viewing of this trailer, I didn't think it was great. I came back, I watched it again, and you know what? It's better than what I think. So, still not thrilled about it, mainly because the upcoming Disney live-action films While the past ones have been great, like Cinderella and Jungle Book, Aladdin and Lion King, two of my favorites, actually, probably my top two favorites, seem like they're just going to come off as the same exact thing as the animated movies were. And why would I want to watch the exact same thing again? You know, why don't I? All Beauty and the Beast did was make me want to watch the animated movie. I don't really care for the live action film because all the songs, all the dialogue was all very similar. Okay, if you're gonna give me something that is different as far as live action animated, give me something different from the story. You know, you can still have the meat there, the basis of it, but if you're gonna take my money from me, give me something new. That's that's what I want. But maybe you guys like this trailer better than I did. Maybe you hated the trailer. I saw a lot of people, you know, especially my age, that were very lukewarm about it. I think mainly because the original Aladdin animated film are very close to all of us because it hit that sweet spot, you know. Lion King, Aladdin, and Beauty and the Beast for me are the trifecta. It hit me right in the sweet spot. When I was a kid, I was the right age to really love those movies. So it's going to be very hard for me to love anything that is the live action or different from what they are. So fire back, guys, of course. Let me know what you think. Okay, well, let's get into it, guys, because this might take me a little longer than I think it will. It usually does, but about an hour or two ago, I woke up. Like I said, I slept in a little bit today. Woke up, what's the first thing I see? Pow! New Avengers Endgame poster. Awesome. Wait a minute, there's a poster? Maybe there's a new trailer. Go online, YouTube. Pow! New Avengers Endgame trailer. Wait a minute, a poster and a trailer? Maybe there's tickets. I hop online to Fandango. Nope. No pow. Not on sale yet, which I'm a little bummed about, but we heard the tickets weren't going to go on sale till April 2nd. That's fine by me, but, you know, new trailer, I think it would have been a great opportunity to start selling some tickets. Captain Marvel tickets went on sale 2 months before the movie was set to come out. This looks like we're going to have about 3 weeks, but whatever. You know, it happens. Anyway, new poster looks awesome. New trailer, that's what I'm going to go through right now, guys. But first, of course, before I talk about the trailer, let me just talk briefly about the poster. I love it, mainly because my boy Captain America's front and center in his Captain America wear, which is awesome. But also, let's look at the trailer. These are all characters that are not dusted. Now, some people speculated maybe this film where Spider-Man, Black Panther, and all those characters that got dusted, maybe they come back a little early in the film. That could be a possibility to where it's not really the big surprise of the film to bring them back. This poster makes it seem like they're not. It makes it seem like the whole goal of the movie is to bring them back, which we all know they're coming back. And they'll come back at the end, given the fact that a poster is supposed to represent kind of what the film is. And this poster says the film is about these characters on it, not the characters that got dusted, which again makes you think that Spider-Man and Black Panther, they're not coming back till the end of the film. Now, this is our second official trailer for Avengers Endgame. The first one was kind of a tease announcement trailer where we got the official title for the film in it. Then we got that little bit of a Super Bowl tease as well that was less than a minute long. This is probably another, I would honestly call it a teaser trailer, but it's really a full trailer, but I call it a tease because it tells us still nothing about the plot of the film. Now, Captain Marvel has come out now. It's had a great opening weekend. I think it's going to win the box office again this weekend. Maybe even stay in the top 5 until Avengers Endgame comes out at the end of next month. I wouldn't be surprised. So now Marvel is full steam ahead on Avengers Endgame promotion, or at least they should be. I was at Target yesterday, and, you know, they still have Avengers Infinity War figures that have been out on the shelves ever since Infinity War came out. But I looked, and there's only a couple there. There's big old open gaps where the Marvel toys are. And I think in the next week or so, they're going to be filled in by Endgame figures is what's going to happen. But this trailer, again, like I said, didn't really give us much. We had the beginning here with kind of Tony's voiceover, where he talks about, it seems like 1,000 years ago, I fought my way out of that cave. became Iron Man, realized I loved you. And this seems like it's one of his voice recordings that we saw in the previous tease where he's out in space, he's trapped with Nebula, and he's kind of giving, a farewell to Pepper because he doesn't think he's going to make it out. Now, of course, fast forward into this trailer a little bit, and what do we see at the end? The shot of all of them in these, like, pseudo space suits, maybe time travel suits. I'll talk about that in a sec. But Tony and Nebula are with them, which makes me believe he gets rescued by who? I don't know. Possibly Captain Marvel? Could make sense. Anyway, one thing about that too, if you were talking about that scene, is Kevin Feige has said all the stuff we see in the trailer is the first 15 minutes of the film. Now, I don't for one sec believe that shot of them walking in their new suits is the first 15 minutes of the film. I think maybe 30, 40 minutes, but whatever it is, they're going to go accomplish their mission. The main thing they're going to do is in that moment, but I don't think it's the first 15 minutes. I'll give them the first 30 minutes or the first act even, but not the first 15 minutes. But okay, going back, and again, we're getting more history. It starts with Tony because Iron Man is the first person in the MCU that jump-started it all. Then we have a shot of going back to the first Avenger with Steve Rogers there, and we have a voiceover of Peggy, basically a line from The Winter Soldier when she's talking to Steve, and it kind of fits in with this where the world has changed, none of us can go back, what we can do is our best, and sometimes the best we can do is to start over. It's an old quote, from an older film, but it fits with kind of what the characters are dealing with right now. And let's talk about this, guys. This little shot here, it's Hawkeye with looks like his daughter teaching her some archery, and then we immediately go to a shot of him in the rain having killed some bad guys, it looks like, and he sees Natalie, and they start to hold hands, and everyone's predicting that Hawkeye lost part of his family or all of his family. Honestly, I'm thinking all the family, to be honest. If he's out there by himself alone killing guys, I think he's out, doing it by himself because he's got nothing left to live for. Again, this trailer is a lot of, flashbacks and stuff. Honestly, though, I'm very curious, the style-wise. They're showing these flashbacks from old movies and also from people getting dusted. They're all gray except for there's red. There's red in almost everybody's costume. Even the shot of Cap, he's got red on his gloves, which I don't remember his gloves actually being red, do they? I think they're just more brown, but they highlighted some red in them. Speaking of red, Natalie's hair, in this scene where she's talking to Steve, she's outgrowing the blonde pretty much, where her alleged natural red is coming back in, which makes you believe there's been quite a bit of a time lapse that has happened, because in Infinity War, she didn't have the blonde hair. When Captain Marvel shows up, spoiler, at the end of the Captain Marvel post-credit scene, Natalie's hair is still blonde. Here, it's becoming more red. Even at the end of this trailer, you see it's fully red now. So, you can see just from the way her blonde has kind of grown out that time has elapsed. And here's the one shot with Paul Rudd's character, Scott Lang. Looks like he's in front of a house and he's probably just come out of the quantum realm. Now, of course, for those of you who saw Ant-Man and the Wasp, the mid-credits scene, he goes into the quantum realm to do some experiment, and he loses communication with Hank Pym and his team. Come to find out they were dusted. Some way he finds himself out of the quantum realm, hunts down the Avengers as we've seen from previous trailers, and I'm sure he helps them give the idea of what to do or how to possibly save everything. Okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I actually finished talking this entire trailer, the rest of it, and I come to save it, and I realized that I wasn't recording that last part. So, oops. So I'm gonna continue to talk about this trailer, but I wanted you guys to know my fault and let you know that I am a dumbass human. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, Scott Lang looks like he's very confused. You got the shot of Natasha. We owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try. You get, of course, the little hand there by Hawkeye, talking about their, relationship, their friendship. She came to seek him out because she knew he was hurting, and to bring him into the fold, of course. The money shot, you got Rocket and War Machine. Awesome shot there. And there's the part where, of course, Natasha says, we owe it to the people who aren't here to try. Steve says, we will. And there's, of course, again, the shot of Hawkeye looking like he's thinking about his family that's probably not here. And then you have these shots of whatever it takes, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. Well, in my eyes, I think what it's going to take is another sacrifice of the people who are still alive. Contracts are up, guys, okay? Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Jeremy Renner, Mark Ruffalo, Scarlett Johansson. These are the original Avengers. Their contracts, from what I know, are up. We don't know if they're renewing or not. That's the great thing. We still don't know anything past Spider-Man Far From Home. Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios, Disney, they're holding their cards really close to their chest. And a couple of years ago, we knew exactly what was coming for the next couple of years of Marvel Studios. We don't know anything beyond 2019, what we're going to get in the MCU. We have an idea. There's been talk about Doctor Strange 2, Black Panther 2, Guardians 3 is probably somewhere down the pipeline. What do you call them? Not the Beyonders, the Immortals? No, that's not what they're called. What are they called? Anyway, there's another movie coming as well. Eternals, that's what it is. Eternals. That's coming too, but we still don't know. Of course, some fight scenes. There's one scene of Cap here. Looks like he's in a battle in his classic Captain America. Scott Lang jumping on a pencil. That seems pretty cool. And then, there's the money shot, really, of this trailer with Captain America leading them in their semi-space suits. Time travel suits, we don't know, but of course everyone is there except, I thought about this after I watched the trailer as well, everyone's there except for Thor and Captain Marvel, who we see in this last part where Thor calls out for Stormbreaker and kind of tries to intimidate Captain Marvel, and he doesn't, and he says, I like this one. So there you go, but they're not in that lineup of them going to do what seems like the main mission of the film. And again, I'm going back to Scarlett Johansson's or Natasha's hair, where, in this last scene here, it's blonde, which makes me think time is going to elapse. They're going to show time, going on for a while before they actually complete the mission, because she's got a full head of blonde hair and it's short. And that last scene where, as the walk to do the mission, she's got a full long red hair, which I'm fine by that. Love me redheads. But we don't know what's going on in this film. This is our third trailer, and we still have no idea what is going on. We have our ideas. We have our theories. We don't know. There's no Thanos in this trailer either, guys. What's going on? What, they're going to let him live out his life on his, farm and do whatever? I don't know. And I'm okay with that. I am totally okay with not knowing, honestly. Marvel, the MCU, Kevin Feige, they have earned our trust at this point, okay? Infinity War, I don't remember if I said this on the first part or if I've said it on my second part, but Infinity War made buco money. They've earned our trust at this point. Not all the MCU films have been great. I'll give you that. But the MCU as a whole has been great. It has revolutionized film. I'm not going to lie. They have opened up the shared cinematic universe, showed people that they can turn movies into comic book style storytelling. And everyone is trying to imitate it ever since. MCU movies now, because they have earned our trust, do at least decent money. Okay, they might all not hit $1 billion or $2 billion, but they all at least make money. Why? Because they're doing it right. Everyone's trying to imitate them, and everyone else has been unsuccessful, because not everyone honestly has a Kevin Feige, and I think that's what it comes down to, guys. But this was Avengers Endgame, the trailer number 2, as it's labeled. Time for you guys to fire back. Let me know what you think. Speculate responsibly, guys. That's the term we're using now, okay? Have your theories. Have what you want to happen. Have what you think's going to happen. But if it doesn't happen in the movie, don't be a whiny baby because it doesn't, okay? Just speculate responsibly and enjoy the film for what it is. I can't wait to buy tickets for this film. I can't wait to see this film. April is going to be amazing. I'm so excited. But that's it, guys. Of course, fire back. Let me know what you think about this trailer. Of course, the Aladdin trailer. And if you have any thoughts on Deathstroke in Titans, go out, enjoy your weekend. Hope you have a good one, guys. And until next time, may the Force be with us all.